What's up, guys, and happy birthday to little baby Jesus. We are here today to announce the winner of the 2023 15 Minutes of Lane contest. For 4 straight years, we brought you the best new breeders in the hobby, and we continue that tradition today with the announcement of the winner. I want to thank everybody who campaigned today. I mean, really, at this point in the contest, there are no losers. You guys have made this the most fun year yet, with all the reels, all the stories, all the fucking gags. I appreciate it, and from what I hear, you guys have made a few friends and a few fans amongst the madness. So I want to thank you guys. I mean, this contest is nothing without you guys. Now, as much fun as this contest has been for 4 straight years, there's still a couple of misunderstandings about it. And I'd like to quickly address those misunderstandings before we get to the fun part. So, even though we've been doing this for 4 straight years, inevitably some moron comes out of the woodwork every year and says, oh, we're just judging the best new breeders by a popularity contest. What these people don't understand is that the popular vote only accounts for 25% of the actual total score. 75% of the contest is decided by breeders that I actually respect, and they look at things like the projects that the contestants are working on. They look at the quality of all their animals, and they look at what are the chances of the winner being here in the next 5 years or 10 years or 15 years even. And all of those things, my friends, are what should constitute who the best new breeder of the year is. The fact that the judges look at all the reels and all the stories and all the creativity behind social media that the contestants are doing is an even better thing, because in this day and age, that's actually necessary to run a successful reptile business. Maybe if some of you people that are against the contest did a couple of these things, then I wouldn't have to see collection sales on your fucking timelines every 3 weeks about how you can't sell your bottom to low end shitty animals. All right, now that that's over with, let's get to the fun part, because I know a lot of you parents out there have to get back to fucking telling your kids how much you love their drawings that they fucking pawned off as actual Christmas gifts for you because you don't have a job. But some of you should tell your kids, listen, a school bus doesn't have 5 wheels or hair. Fucking children. Seriously, stop making them. How many moron kids do you have to have before you realize that you don't have the DNA in you to make something special? All right, let's get to it. In the online voting, or the popular vote, as some of you morons like to fucking call it, it should be no surprise that Paul Santoriello from, I think I'm saying his name right. I'm not really like that Italian, so it just doesn't roll off the tongue. But Paul Santoriello from Large Marge Morphs won the popular vote. This guy got 28% of over 20,000 votes. Now, he just barely beat out Troy Woodruff, woof woof, of Balls and Strikes Pythons, who came in a close second with 25%. And at the end of the day, Troy only lost by 300 votes. About 300. I think it was 280. I think the actual number was. Listen, but either way, there could be only one, and that one, Paul Santoriello. Santoriello? Santorello. You know what? Paulie Bag of Donuts fucking won the online vote. Fucking, I appreciate everything that everybody's been doing with all the fucking reels. I mean, you guys have really stepped out of your comfort zone, and everything from the 2% the Ophidiarium got, to Beauty and the Balls, to Portuguese Pythons, to Balls and Strikes Pythons, to the VIP Morphs in Canada. Who am I missing? Who am I missing here? Let's see. Jaw-dropping Morphs fucking was killing it. I mean, Jared really just stepped out of his comfort zone and fucking knocked it out of the park. And Stone Age Pythons did great. I mean, but again, it's Highlander rules here, man. There could be only one. Paul Santoriello. Paulie Bag of Donuts won the popular vote. Congrats, Paul. So Paulie Bag of Donuts is on the board. He's the first one on the board with 25% of the total vote. Now, let's take it down south to Tennessee and see who Shane Kelly of Small Town Exotics voted for.
What is up, lames? Man, it's been a good year for the competition. And for once, I think the people got most of the voting right. And when I say mostly right, I mean mostly right, except for the top 3. So at number 3, I would give that to Troy at Balls and Strikes. And then the number 1 and number 2 slots, man, it's the year of the underdog. These 2 guys weren't even on my original list before the competition started. But at number 2, I'm going to put Gerald, VIP Morphs Canada, and at number 1, Paul from Large Marge Morphs. Congratulations, you guys. It was a great competition. Love seeing all the reels and everything. Merry Christmas. Rock on.
Holy cow. Paulie Bag of Donuts is on the board with 50% of the total vote. We're going to head on over to Leviathan, last year's winner of the 15 Minutes of Lame contest, who are going to cast their vote. Now, if Leviathan votes for Paul, then Paul gets 75%. The other competitors can't beat him. He gets 75%. I mean, how much simpler is it? Okay. If Leviathan votes for anybody else, then the contest continues. Let's just go see what Leviathan said, who put together a very special video for this announcement.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the towns, the contestants were scheming on winning their crowns.
Their pleas were posted to the gram with great care, in hopes that Chris Eaton would see them and share.
Jake started with a call to the judges at night, while Jared's rap video gave Courtney a fright.
And Danny, with his mustache and Gerald sans top, harassed the hobby for a month non-stop.
But before voting opened, there arose such a clatter as the contestants vied to make each effort matter.
Troy teased the breeders who hadn't a clutch, while in the debates, Paul beat out the bunch.
The gleam of the pen and the smell of the shirt, careless to whether any feelings were hurt. When what to our weary eyes did appear?
Whitney and Jason eyeing Chase's flat rear. And Justin from Stone Age, his reactions so quick, with a beard that could rival Jolly St. Nick.
Chris readied the polls for each contestant so lame, and he whistled and he shouted and he called them by name. Now Justin, now Gerald, now Whitney and Jason. On Renee, on Danny, on Jared.
And if you thought we could fit every single contestant's name into the syllables of the reindeer, you're just out of your mind.
To the top of the polls, is it Troy, is it Paul? Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
And then in the contest with each little reel, Gerald making up all the snakes he could steal.
With the polls still open and the winner unclear, we began to consider who'd take our title next year.
With Donato and Shane and our own vote to share, we needed a champion when funny and fair.
A jokester, a prankster, a breeder who'd last. Serious and passionate, not just in it for cash.
His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry.
We made up our minds, we decided our pick. Chris needed an answer, and he needed it quick.
As we cast our vote and fade out of sight, Merry Christmas to Paul, and to Paul, a good night.
I think I need to do something. I think it's time to do what we do.
And just like that, it's over. Paulie Bag of Donuts, 75% of the vote. Congratulations, Paul. I can't wait to work with you in 2024. Paul did a hell of a job with his campaign, with his personality, with his animals, and with his plan for the future of his business, Large Marge Morphs. Man, you know what? I gotta see. I gotta see. Even though Paul won, we have two other judges here. Donato Senor of Blind Mice Reptiles and Antoine Hood of High Desert Pythons if there was a tie. So just for shits and giggles, let's see who they voted for.
Okay, take number 21. I should drink the wine. Yeah. All right, we can start from here. All right, I just want to say thanks to everyone who competed in this year's 15 Minutes of Lame contest. I think whether you win or lose, everyone who competed got something positive out of it this year. It was really competitive. Previous years, I felt like there was a pretty clear front runner where you knew right from the get-go who was going to probably win at the end. But this year, there were 4 or 5 people that I was flip-flopping back and forth with. I loved all the videos. I loved the debates. I love the ball breaking. I love how you guys collaborated on each other's videos, and it was a lot of fun participating with you guys. So like every morning I'd wake up and it was rapid fire videos, so much content in such a small time, and it was pretty amazing. So it was really tough to pick a winner, but like I said, I'm taking everything into consideration. The original interview, the debates, the reels, your collection, where it's at now and where I see it going in the future. And also who I think is going to be a good interview with Chris for an hour-long show. And so, as much as I'd love to see my buddy Brian get tasered, I gotta say, Big Paulie, you buried the competition. Paul Santoriello, Large Marge Morphs, you're my choice for this year's winner. Salute. Merry Christmas, everyone.
If you're watching this video, that means there was a tie to pick the winner of the 15 Minutes of Lame, and I'm giving the tiebreaker. So, and new season 4, 15 Minutes of Lame winner is Paul, Large Marge Morphs.
Holy shit, it's a sweep. As God is my witness, it's a sweep. The first sweep in Snakes in the Fat Man fucking history. Congratulations, Paulie Bag of Donuts from Large Marge Morphs, making Snakes in the Fat Man history. I hope all of you have a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year, and we'll be back on January 1st with Paulie Bag of Donuts in the main guest slot, and we'll be continuing the fifth year of the most popular new breeder segment in the hobby, 15 Minutes of Lame. Thank you, everybody.